there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today I am bringing you a slightly different project. I haven't done one of these for a very long time, and it's a scrapbooking page, which I thought I would bring to you so I could highlight the Petal Promenade suite, specifically the Designer Series paper, because this is one of the papers that is featured in the buy 3 get your 4th free offer that is on until the end of July. So for every 3 packets of Designer Series paper from the selection that's included, you get to choose a 4th for free. So you can either choose 4 all the same, or you can mix and match. All I would say is there have been 1 or 2 issues that people have reported where if they have gone for multiples of a particular pack, the system hasn't been 100% at picking up that they want multiples. So it's better to go, I want 3 Petal Promenade, by going 1 Petal Promenade, 2 Petal Promenade, 3 Petal Promenade, and then it will prompt you to put your 4th in. Well, you put your 4th in and that just will be free. So let's get started. I have to say the Petal Promenade has to be one of my favourites, except I think they probably are all my favourites. This is, I think, my 3rd pack. But sorry about all the scraps on the top, but you know, one has to keep all the little bits. So we've got huge florals, but with lovely soft backgrounds. So we've got, this is a very much peachier and green, and then we've got the more sort of pink and what I call the cooler pinks. Then with a marble on the back, lovely cut apart sheet with this super copper foiling on the back, beautiful frames and a strip with this sort of, again, a marbling on the back, beautiful, beautiful roses, marble on the back, and then this really rich, opulent, it's those decorative cabbages, and again roses, and looking at it, hydrangeas and stocks, and I think we may have some chrysanthemums in there as well, and again lovely marble on the back. So as ever, the colours are detailed on the back. So we are using Blushing Bride, Fresh Fig, Grapefruit Grove, Highland Heather, Mossy Meadow, Petal Pink, Sahara Sand, Smoky Slate, Tranquil Tide, Very Vanilla, and Whisper White. So it's one of those wonderful sets that you can either go down the vanilla route or the white route, and they'll both work. So absolutely gorgeous. I must show you this because it's divine. Look at that lovely strip that you get. It's just so pretty. And I think all of these are great for scrapbooks. So I have done some prep, because why wouldn't I? So this is a sheet of smoky slate. I've gone for that smoky slate look. I've done some die cutting. This is actually a sneak peek of something that is coming in August. That is very, very special. These are just some of the die cuts that are included in this very special limited edition bundle that's coming soon. So I'll pop those to one side for the moment. So what have we got here? So we've got smoky slate in the background. These are the photos of a team weekend we had away in Birmingham. It was an amazing event. It included not just my team, but also the team that I feed into. So there were, I want to say there were about 50 of us. It coincided, unfortunately, with the same day as Father's Day, so a number of people were not able to make it because they did feel they ought to be at their Father's Day celebrations. Now, 12 by 12 is bigger than my screen allows, so I'm going to have to do a bit of shuffling up and down. So I'm going to start at the bottom. So I've started with this strip. So this is on the back of the foil, and it is just a strip. So that's going to be my sort of grounding point, and I'm coming up a wee bit from the bottom because I think it's nice to have that strip of smoky slate at the bottom, and I'm just going to run snail all the way along, and because I want this to, you know, last for years, I'm going to use a good amount of adhesive. So things up the top that are now getting in the way. So I'm going to line this 12 by 12 up on my grid paper so I can then come up. Oh, lining it up straight is always a good idea, of course. In fact, having the grid paper straight is always a good idea. Right, so I'm going to come up about 1/2 inch. Now, of course, this is going to be one of those projects where there is no point in me giving you measurements because it is just a scrapbook page. I say just a scrapbook page, but depending on what you've got on your scrapbook page, depends on your measurements. Now, one of the sneaky things I have done is if I take my photos off, you'll see there is a great big hole. This is because this is the back of one of the cut-apart sheet, and I wanted to save. That one comes from over there, I think. No, it comes from over there. So I wanted to save as many of the cut-aparts as I could. So I've managed to save 2. I'm not going to show you this one just yet. So I've managed to save 2 because I don't need this piece here. So I'm going to stick this down, and I shall probably need a silicone mat, which I know I have got somewhere hanging around. She says, famous last words. I thought I had my silicone mats hanging around, but apparently they've gone. Oh, there they are, underneath something. Right, and sticky indeed. Right, so I'm going to use my silicone mat. This is actually a sticky side. I'm going to be, yeah, no, I'll peel off. So I'm going to run snail round the narrow edges using my silicone mat as a back, because that way I can then just fold in the bits of adhesive that are overlapping the edge, particularly if I do it, if I concentrate on having it away from the edge. Right, now the rest of this, let's peel that off. The rest of this I can do without my silicone mat because it's wide enough for snail. And last edge, whoops. There we go. Right, of course I've now got, because the back of my silicone mat was sticky, I've now got a sticky grid paper. Never mind. Oops. And I'm picking things up with that. Right, okay. So the trick with this is to get one edge lined up against the straight edge here. So that the rest of it should fall in place. Don't want that actually to get into stick just yet. So there we go, and then the rest will just fall in place. So that's great, and I can get, there's a little bit of glue just here, but I can rub that off, so that's fine. Right, so first one we have is a photograph of some of the team, and we happen to be outside the local police station. It's a long story, but it was a fun event. So happily we weren't being arrested, but we just thought it would be fun to have a photograph of ourselves outside the police station, as you do. So I'm just going to line that up so I've got a little bit of an edge peeking out, and ideally with everything straight. I'm not going to push it down completely just yet, and then I'm going to add some adhesive to my other 2 photographs, which are a whole group of us. So this was pretty much everyone that was there, although I think I may have cut a few people off the side, for which many apologies. And then just a little group of some of the team. And me with my Pussycat t-shirt on. Good. Right, so I can now push all of those down and they will stick beautifully. Now, one of the things that I did in advance was I've taken the Statement of My Heart stamp, which was one of the pre-order items. So it was the the pre-launch of the catalogue. It was one of the special items for that. It's no longer available, but obviously I got it because it is the statement of my heart, so it's very much Stampin' Up. And for a team event, I thought it was ideal. So I've used Mossy Meadow because it's one of the greens that's included, and I'm just going to pop that there, and then I will trim that bit off the edge. So I did know that it was going to be too long, but I just wanted that there. So again, I'm going to add some snail. I'm going to add snail to effectively 3 sides and down the middle, because obviously the end is going to hang over the edge. So I'm going to bring that in, and I will just run some snail down that edge so that I know that it's got a bit of adhesive there. So there we go. I'm not going to trim it just yet, because the other thing that I have done sneakily in advance is on the back of this lovely floral, which has got the sort of peachy and green, I've stamped that it was the Pinky Weekend, Birmingham, June 2018, so that I can pop that there. And if I've got everything right, yeah, I may need to just sneak that under there a wee bit, but that's fine. So this edge I'm going to just lift up a little bit. Let me just find my... Why can you never find things when you're looking for them? There we go. So I'm just going to run my piercing tool just under that edge so that I can just lift it up. My sticky, nasty, sticky piercing tool. Oh, and I've dropped it on the floor. So I now have a non-straight piercing tool. Marvellous. Let's see if I can straighten that out a bit. No, it's dropped on the floor. So it's now got a stupid edge, which means I will be ordering a new one. Oh well. They're not expensive, but yeah, I dropped it on the floor and I've now got a hook, which is not a good idea, really. So I'm going to pop this here and I'm going to just tuck that under there so I know I can get the 18 on. Of course, I've now got a lovely scratch on my thumb. Never mind. Okay, have I got, yes, I've got the edge, so I'll pop that just under there a wee bit, just so that I know I've got that 8 on. So there we go. Now I can trim the back. Well, I say trim the back, trim from the back. Oh, look, I've got a smudge there. It's just as well I'm using the other side, really, isn't it? Okay, so I like to just line my scissors up with the edge of my card, because that way I know I'm going to get a reasonably straight edge. There we go. Pop those in my little bin. And there we go. So Pinky Weekend, Birmingham 2018. Or June, Birmingham 2018. Right, and then I thought I would add some little fluffy fluffs. So this is Highland Heather I've stamped in, and this is Mossy Meadow. So the bits that I have die cut are in Highland Heather and Mossy Meadow, because I thought that would be a sensible way to go. And actually I want that one the other way up. And I really don't mind that I've got heather leaves. I can cope with that. But I just want to kind of fill that space in, and then we'll have that. I like to have things just overlapping a bit. So, right, I think what we'll do is we'll stick those down with some glue dots. These are just the mini glue dots. That one's probably a better leaf to put it under. Actually, is it a leaf or is it a flower? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's a bit of filigree, which is what I'm after. So if we get these down, then I can fill in the spaces. With some bits of green filigree, or indeed Mossy Meadow. Oop. Suddenly realised I had radio silence. Right, where are we? 14 minutes. Right, so while I'm doing this, as I say, remember we've got the 4 for 3 offer. We also have the amazing, I really can't believe it, joining offer. I've had a number of people join my team already, but there's space for more. So it would be great to have some more people join. At the moment we are exclusively women. However, one of my things on my bucket list, and I have no influence over this, I would love to have a man on my team. I mean, I'd love to have more women, but don't think that just because it would appear that the vast majority of Stampin' Up demonstrators are women, that men can't join, because they can. And we've got some amazing men who are Stampin' Up demonstrators, so it would just be great to have a few more. Right, I'm going to switch to liquid adhesive now, and just, because now that I'm sort of filling in. So yes, and I know that we're the sparkling sunflowers on my team, but you know what? Men can be sparkling and men can be sunflowers. So it would be great to welcome a few chaps to the team. So if you are a crafter and you fancy getting your supplies at a discount, particularly at the moment where you will get included with your ordinarily amazing starter kit. So the starter kit generally is £130 of product that you choose, and you get to buy that in your starter kit for just £88, not 100, not 88. What am I talking about? 99. You get free postage and packing on your starter kit. So the normal deal, £130 worth of product, plus lots of business supplies. So that if you do want to make this a business, there is a starter kit of business supplies to do that. And that's the normal deal, £130. It's about £50 of business supplies. So it's catalogues, it's order forms, all that good stuff. And that would be the normal, that and your £130 of product. But because it's July and because we like new members, during July, in addition to that, you can add any of the Colour Family ink pad collections. So if you're a Brights person, you can select the Brights ink pads. If you're a Regals or a Subtles or a, whatever neutrals, then just add them in. So an extra, if you were to buy them individually, £70. If you were to buy them as a bundle, £63. So during July, and only during July, you will get near enough £200 of product plus your business supplies for just £99 delivered to your door. And it's UPS delivery, so it's really great delivery service. And yeah, and then from now until actually the end of January, you will get discounted supplies. And if you continue, so if you meet your very achievable quarterly minimums, you will then get to continue for ever and ever. Well, I say forever and ever, for as long as you hit your minimums. The minimums are really achievable. It works out at something around, I don't know, £2 something a day. So, a cup of coffee and a bar of chocolate if you're into that sort of thing. But, so yes, the quarterly minimums don't apply to new members until their second quarter. So because July is the beginning of a quarter, you have 7 months, because we get an extra month at the end of the quarter, just in case you haven't managed to quite hit your quarterly minimum, you get an extra month to do that. So that will take you through until Celebration, for crying out loud. So that will take you through the autumn winter catalogue. it will take you through the spring summer catalogue and celebration, so lots of things to tempt you. All the information on that is on my blog, as is the information about the Designer Series paper offer. Right, I'm just going to add some of these Share What You Love Artisan Pearls. These two colours are not really included, but they kind of go anyway. Again, this isn't really included, this is So Saffron. But you know what, they kind of all go. So I'm going to use my now binged piercing tool to just add a few gems here and there, because I think it's just pretty to do so. So yes, I would love, 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 love to welcome some more people to my team. I would also love to welcome some more customers. If you buy from me and you use the hostess code, so if your order is between £25 and £150, if you use the hostess code, you will get to share in the host rewards. I send a thank you card and a thank you gift to everyone who shops with me, regardless of how large or small your order is, and whether you use the host code or not. I send a thank you card and a thank you gift, and as I say, then if you use the host reward, then I also share the hostess rewards with you, or host rewards with you. So yeah, it would be great to welcome you, and as a team member, you would get to be on various Facebook groups, come to team training, get to come to Onstage in November, because registration for that starts in August, middle of August. And of course it's our 30th anniversary this year. So lots of lovely things are going to be happening at Onstage. I have absolutely no doubt about that. So it would be great to, yeah, I think now, to, yeah, have a few more people in the team. Oh, I didn't tell you what I used to do this. So this, the stamping for the words, is from the Make a Difference stamp set. It's really easy to line up. It just takes a bit of time, but as you can see, the words all line up beautifully, and this little floral is there as well. So it's really, really pretty. So it's really annoying me that I've binged the end of my piercing tool. Do I want any more? No, I think I don't. I think I won't, except maybe, I wonder if those will go nicely. Yes, I think they will. So I'll just pop one of those in the middle of each of my little flowers. So there you are. So slightly different for me, but I hope you enjoyed that. It would be great to welcome you to any of our team training events. We also do Facebook Live events, so lots of stuff. So don't think you have to travel, you can do it from the privacy of your own home. But yeah, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I will see you again very soon, I hope. Bye!